Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. So as you can see, I'm in a little bit of a different setup, and that is because I really wanted to do a makeup video, and especially because I saw Flossie and Han Renee do the following Madison Beer's Vogue makeup tutorial thing, and I haven't done a makeup video in such a long time and I need to get ready today. I want to take a few photos. I thought I would give it a go because I don't do a lot of makeup on here, and everyone loves Madison Beer. She always looks amazing. She has the most beautiful face. So I kind of briefly watched those videos, but I thought I kind of want to do something like that. I love Madison Beer. I love the way her makeup looks, so why not give it a go? So I'm going to pull it up on here and kind of like watch it again step by step. But before we do jump in, please make sure you are subscribed to my channel if you aren't already. It would mean the world to me, and give this video a thumbs up if you do enjoy. I'm just going to skip past her kind of washing her face. In terms of skincare, I'm obviously not going to use what she has. I don't have that. Also, if you can hear the wind or any kind of background noise, it is so windy the past few days, and because we're in a flat on the top floor, I feel like we got it worse, and we're by water, so it seems like so loud. What am I doing? I'm gonna go in with this Figs and Rouge Renew and Refine Pore Detox Revival Serum on my skin. And then I'm just going to go in with my moisturiser, which is the Avant Hyaluronic Vitamin C Moisturiser. It's this one here. I think I have this in a glossy box. I've used it before. It's one of my... Did you hear that? It's one of my favourite ones. Come on. Okay, so she uses a facial mist. Well, I've got this Pixie Glow Mist. So she uses that after her moisturiser, so let's use a little bit of facial mist.
This amazing trend of soap brows, which
soap brows.
Is genius. It's literally a block of soap.
I don't know why. I thought her brows were a little bit thinner and more straight, but they're actually quite arched. A skin tint. I don't have a skin tint. I've got tinted moisturisers, but that just, it doesn't cover anything. I mean, I do tend to brush my eyebrows up quite a lot anyway. My eyebrows are nowhere near as full and thick as hers, but I do always like just naturally brush them up. And then I use my brow setter to brush them up anyway. So I might just kind of do that, maybe just try and do it a little bit more in terms of like keeping them feathered up. And I'm going to go in and fill them in with my Precisely My Brow Pencil in the shade 3.5 from Benefit. I feel like I do my brows so differently sometimes. Like sometimes I'll keep them quite thin, other times I do kind of make them that little bit thicker. I'm just extending my tail out. I mean, sure. I was going to use my 24-hour brow setter, but I do have this one I've not tried yet, which is from a brand called Saint Luxe. I thought it was coloured, but it's actually a clear brow gel, so I'm just going to use this to hopefully keep my brow hairs in place if it works. I do love a brow gel. Obviously she's going in with her skin tint, which she said that she uses kind of like as a foundation, but personally, especially because I do want to actually get ready today, and I know I suppose it's cheating a little bit, I'm not going to use something as sheer coverage as that, but I do have my NYX Born to Glow, so a skin tint is obviously going to be something that's quite moisturising, more radiant. It's not going to be like heavy, it's not going to be matte, so I'll go in with a little bit less of this NYX Born to Glow because it's a naturally radiant foundation. This is in the shade number 9 Medium Olive, so this is a tan shade. Don't know whether it's going to match my neck, but we can bring it down. And she goes in straight with a sponge, which is something that I don't do anymore. I do have my little sponge here, but I do tend to go in with a brush first to place the product on, and then a sponge to kind of blend it out a little bit. Oh god, I haven't done this straight off with a sponge in so long. I mean, it's not too bad. I don't like a full coverage foundation anyway, because I'm quite lucky with my skin. I don't really have to cover up a lot, but I get redness that shines through, which is why I tend to go for like a medium buildable foundation. You can still see like some marks and like some of my freckles through the foundation. I really do like this foundation actually, and I do like the shade as well. I tend to mix foundations a lot of the time, but this one is quite nice for when I'm a bit tanned.
To me enough, so I didn't really wear any makeup. I actually 99, to be completely honest, 99% of my days I don't wear any makeup at all.
Right, okay, so she uses the NARS Creamy Concealer, which I did have, but it's basically run out, and it's kind of like a darker shade, so I want to use a lighter shade of concealer, and something I find maybe similar, maybe not as radiant, because I think it's, or creamy, NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, I think that's what it's called. I just have my Benefit Cakeless, so it's still really good coverage. But I feel like this one maybe is a tiny bit more like matte. It dries down a bit more.
Okay, so now that I have the concealer on.
Her cheekbones and face shape is just incredible. Okay, and she does bring the concealer up like I tend to as well. So what I've been doing at the moment is focusing it here, and I do bring it up my nose and then up here as well. One thing I know that she does in this video, from watching a little bit of Flossie's video and Hannah's video, is use a lot of blush, which I do wear blush, but not that much.
I go in with the Charlotte Tilbury, I think they're called GLOSSY contour ones. I use it very sparingly.
Okay, so she uses cream bronzer. She uses the Charlotte Tilbury contour stick, which I do want to try more Charlotte Tilbury products, but I don't have that. I do have an old LA Girl concealer, or I've got my Benefit contour stick, but she uses a sponge to blend it out, and I don't think that's going to work for me. So I put it a little bit higher on my cheek here. Blend up a little bit rather than down as well, because you don't want to drag anything down your cheek lower than where the hollow of your cheek is. She adds some on the top of her forehead like this. If I was gonna cream contour, which I don't really do that often, I do put it in the same places that she's putting it now.
In makeup, period, is blush.
It's blush.
My favorite blush ever. It's the Charlotte Tilbury cream blush.
I don't know if I have a cream blush.
Lot of this stuff on, and people always ask me, if there was one makeup product you could only use for the rest of your life, it would 100% be this. I don't care if I had.
So the only thing I've just found, I've gone through like all of my lip products as well, is a lip and cheek pencil from Nude Sticks, but I don't know. I mean, it is quite creamy. So how would I blend that out with my finger? Whoa. I'm so scared. And she takes it on her nose. It's not really looking the best.
Charlotte Tilbury powder.
Okay, so she uses the Charlotte Tilbury powder, which I actually have, and I don't really use that much. Like, I haven't hit pan on it, because I find that when I only use it in certain areas of my face, it, like, you can tell the difference because it's got like a slight colour to it. So I use the shade 2 medium, which, to be fair, even though it looks light, if I didn't have tan on, if I was like paler than this, it just wouldn't work for me. And she just said that she uses it just under her eyes and a little bit in the T-zone, so that is what I am going to do. Let's move on.
So now I'm moving on to my bronzer.
Bronzer.
Fenty Beauty, my
Fenty Beauty.
bronzer. You can see how filthy this is. I
So it's a little bit of a darker, warmer bronzer. That's still quite a cool tone bronzer. Got the MAC medium deep skin finish. Maybe I'll use these two. And she's using a fluffy brush. It's quite similar to the styler brush that I have. So
shout out to Reed for making this makeup.
She does it quite messy, kind of where she places the blush.
And I don't really ever nose contour because, again, fearful of the unknown. I have no idea what I'm doing ever.
Okay, and then she goes into a bit of nose contour. So if I just take a little bit of this, this can be quite orange though. I mean, she kind of took it on her nose for a little bit, but then she nose contours. Surely that defeats the object of like nose contour if you put loads of blush and bronzer over your nose, but
lightly.
Oh, she's using the same bronzer.
Like this, and I just will get in there and I'll just do a tiny bit on either side.
Okay, she doesn't really like that. I'm gonna use my Hoola just because I don't want to add too much like orangey warmth on my nose, and I've got like this tiny little angle brush that sometimes when I do it with this, and she just uses like a really small amount.
The best blush ever, and you can never have too much blush.
So I'm pretty sure that blush has a shimmer in it. So I think I might go in, I've got quite a lot of blushes with shimmer. I'm going to use the Benefit Georgia blush. Hers does look a little bit more pinky. This is a little bit more of a peachy tone blush, but again it's got a really lovely glow to it. So I'm just using a duo fiber brush, and she places it pretty much everywhere. And again, it's quite a lot of blush.
As obnoxiously blushy as possible without looking too crazy. It's been really awesome.
This smells so good as well.
Developed, I think that like especially with TikTok, there are so many people I see that get so unbelievably creative with the things they do. So the next step is my beloved.
What I am going to just quickly do is cut into my cheek with a little bit of loose powder just to kind of calm it down at the bottom there. So now she's going in with an eyeshadow palette. She's using her Morphe one, which I don't have unfortunately, but it does look like a really nice palette.
Social media obviously is a great place, but I think there's this shade in my palette, and I'm going to use a little bit of this.
So it's kind of like a warm orangey brown shade, and she kind of uses a bigger fluffy brush all through her crease. No, I think I'm going to stick with the Too Faced one in those two shades. And she uses quite a fluffy brush, and I'm guessing she's just mixing them. So I'm going to use the shade Peanut Butter and Mousse, and just run that through my crease.
Keep going back in with this lighter shade.
And then she's using a lighter shade with a tiny bit of like shimmer on her lid. So I might mix the coconut cream and the butter pecan together and just put that kind of on the lid in a minute.
And that is it.
Oh, okay, guys, she's doing it in a corner.
Look down or like center.
How do you do that? It never stays pointy when I do it. Right, so I need my eyes slightly go like down more than hers. I'm going to use the same palette though because they've got two. She uses like a dark brown, so I'm going to use these two mixed together. So I've got a really thin brush here. This is why I never do this. I think it's because she does it with eyeshadow though. Can I use concealer to clean it up? I mean, I don't know whether I've saved it a little bit, but...
Eyelash coming out from here, like where would it sit? and what would it look like. And so I see like a line in
it says that she just does like a really thin line where like an extra eyelash would kind of be. Best thing in the world, but it's not the worst either. I'm going to scream if I drop anything else. Okay, so she goes in with cream highlighter. I mean, I feel like my cheeks are kind of set. I do have a few different types, but I do like this one, which is the Zoeva Strobe Gel. It's just like a jelly highlighter, so I'm hoping that this will blend.
Makes me feel like I'm a forest.
So she uses 2 highlighters, but I'm not gonna go ahead and do that. And then she uses a little bit of like a shimmery shade in it in a corner, but kind of like under where she's done the highlighter. So I'm gonna go back in with those 2 that I used on the lid.
My eyelashes look
I
like
totally missed mascara then.
fills them out so much.
I don't know whether it is just her natural lashes are like really thick and dark, but her bottom eyelashes kind of look like there's something there. And I don't know whether it might have been Hannah or Flossie, I don't know. They put like a tiny bit of eyeliner or like stamped something in the bottom lashes. So I think that's what I'm gonna attempt to do. So I'm just literally like keeping it in my lash. Just gonna curl my lashes, and I'm using the, I think she says she's using a Glossier mascara, but I'm just gonna use my Benefit Roller Lash because it's my favourite mascara. So I think that is pretty much like it for the eyes. I might add something else of my own just because it gives that effect. So these are what my lashes look like. They're not bad, you know, I do have decent eyelashes, but to really get that effect, what I've been doing at the moment, because sometimes I feel like I want to wear false lashes but I can't be bothered with like a whole strip lash. So what I know a lot of other people sometimes do as well is like they'll cut a lash and use like the end of a lash, literally just this little thing, and I use it right at the outer corner and it really like lifts it more. So I'll see if I could do like one and then the other to show you. So I literally place them on the very outer corner of my lash. So I need to blend my lashes into it a little bit, but it just adds something like a little bit extra. I do actually quite like this makeup look. I wouldn't say it's too different from how I've been doing it at the moment. I'd say, I mean, my brows are kind of coming off, so I have to go over them, but I don't usually push my brows up as much with gel, and I wouldn't usually put as much blusher on, but it has toned down a little bit. Anyway, I'm gonna use this nude truffle lip liner from NYX. Ulta Beauty Juice Infused.
And I really like to get that Cupid's bow.
I don't think I've got a like more oily based one, but it didn't look like it had too much colour in it. So I have these 2. This is an older one that I've had for a while. I think this helps to plump your lips, if I remember. So I've got this Estee Lauder, and it's kind of like a pearlescent cleary gloss in 110 Discreet Nude. See, this one's quite sticky. I mean, oh, I think the other one does tingle a little bit.
The last thing that I do.
The last thing.
Real fancy. Give myself a spray of the same stuff.
Oh, a setting spray.
A light spray. A light spray.
One that's quite new and that I really like is the Benefit Professional Super Setter. It's a really light mist, but it's supposed to kind of help you pause and set your makeup in place. It's really fine.
I think I've been wearing gold hoops every day since I was like 15.
Same.
That's it for me. Thank you so much.
I don't know whether I kind of like mimicked what she did that well. Yeah, I mean, I do like it. I think it looks cute, but again, not too different from what I usually do. So that is the end of this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think, whether you like these makeup techniques, if you're going to try them yourself, whether you think this look is really different for me. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video though. If you did, make sure you smash the thumbs up button to let me know. Like I said, leave a comment down below, let me know your thoughts, what you want to see from me, if you enjoyed a more makeup related video. And of course, before you leave, please make sure you are subscribed to my channel. A lot of the people who watch my videos aren't subscribed, which kind of makes me sad, but hey ho. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye guys.